Hello everybody, welcome back to Dominions 5. We are playing as M.A. Ulm, and it is turn 15 or so. We found two magic sites. We found and a place to get combat training, and we found an astral site, so that's nice. There was a battle in Great Barrier. Oh, these are the barbs? Yeah, these are the barbs. So that's a lot of barbs. And then we're Ulm, so our guys are pretty tough. And we get a rout. And yeah, we lost one Pikeneer for 46 barbs. So a little overkill, but it was mostly due to logistics. Like, we had to just get our shit together from... This starting position is I find very challenging logistically for a nation that only has like one province move troops. It's just hard to... I'll show you in a bit more detail. Let's look at this battle first, and then I'll complain about logistics a bit more. So this is like a kind of skill spam, but we've got a profit here, so the skill spam won't be too bad. And these troops are really shitty, so we can kill them easily. And then my attack rear squad is just running into skeletons, and then archers. So yeah, we just kill everything. We lost like 5 guys, and we got ourselves a throne. We got random air gems, which is fantastic. And we got a new famous hero. So, so the logistics I find of this position is really tricky because, so your priority, you want to get these sites, right? But it's 3 turns away, so it's hard to reinforce. This one is kind of close, but then here you're this is very narrow, and there's no way back out of this. And then here you can't even connect because it's a mountain pass, right? So just the logistics of the starting position is a bit tricky, I find. But that's, we're kind of managing. We're pretty small when you think about it. This is like, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, sorry, I counted poorly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we're kind of a bit behind on the expansion, honestly. And honestly, that's the logistics. We had a bump here, of course, that hurt us early on. But yeah, like you go here a little bit, and then one of my armies came like this, and then like here you get hemmed in because, by the way, this is you can't cross because of the mountains, and then there's going to be another player here, and once your army has cleared this, like where does it go? This province is hard to get to. You got to go 1, 2, 3, and then you can't go because it's night, so you turn back. The logistics here are a bit kind of awkward, I find. We are building palisades. We finished the palisades here. We are claiming a throne and building a palisades over here. So we're just spending all our money on infrastructure. We are recruiting mages here now, but we still have not gotten an air mage. And then we are just waiting for another round of dudes, and we are going to take on... Oh, no, here we have... Oh, sorry. I'm moving these guys in order to build labs and temples in these provinces. So that's what's happening there. Let us load up the next turn. This was turn 15. But was it file name 15 or file name 16? Who knows? It's a mystery. This looks new. Yeah, here we're just expanding into Indies. Oh, this is not worth watching. And Unrest and Dominion. Yeah, so I was correct. All right. Yeah, nothing too special happening here. I've got my, just out of an abundance of caution, I've got my pile of dudes on protecting this because it's a throne, right? So people are more tempted to backstab you when a throne is in play. So just everybody's patrolling. And it's not like this army is going to go anywhere. The only place I have left really to expand is down this way. And I've already got tons. Like, this army is going to be able to take all of this. No problem. So I don't need this army to be anywhere urgently. We are site searching with our pretender. We've got 2 more turns on our palisades over here. Next turn, I'm going to have this army over here, and it will be ready to take on the horse tribe. And then I am moving like mages and stuff over here to get my, temple and lab and whatnot. We are recruiting guardians because we know we're going to have to fight garbage, memebless, whatever. So guardians are always good to have. Tech-wise, we are almost at construction 4, and that is pretty much all there is to this turn. Diplomacy-wise, nothing. I've kind of been chit-chatting with Relay, and he's been, not much has been said, and we haven't heard anything from Abyssia. That's pretty much... Oh, well, there is this. About that. So, we haven't heard much from East because East has been busy destroying Vanarus over here. And apparently he's been helped out by Oceania. So, Vanarus got owned hard by East. I think he lost his pretender early. I don't know if he was a newer player or not. It wasn't clear. One possibility is he was newer and just kind of didn't have a very safe expansion and somehow lost his pretender to indies like that. I forget, honestly. It's been too long. Or maybe it was just that East killed him, so I don't know. So apologies to the players involved. I don't know enough of the details, but he got owned by East. And so that's why East is not concerned about this. Because I was telling him, hey, I want this, leave me alone, we don't want to fight. He's like, sure. And he's already taken all of these, and he's going to have a cap here, so... Yeah, East is... By the way, East, not only... if you've watched the MA Man series that I did recently, you know all about the things I don't like about East. But in addition to having super powerful cavalry that are even more powerful on land, they can recruit druids in coastal forts, which, of course, all of these forts are coastal. And the druids are like Earth Astrals, so they're like a water nation that has Earth Astral paths. Give me a break. Anyways. Yeah, so East is being East over here. I mean, good for him. He's playing it very well, obviously. And that's it. Let's load up the next turn. This was turn 16, file name 15. So this should be file name 16. Okay, this looks about right. We found another magic site. There was a battle in Wick. Oh, this is us taking on the Amazons. Yeah, so remember when you fight the Crystal Amazons, they're going to attack your dudes with the flyers, so just try not to lose your commanders. Now, fortunately, my commanders are pretty badass. I don't even think they landed on my guys, but yeah, so... Sorry, I meant to zoom out there. So yeah, they're taking on the archers. These guys are finishing off the dudes over here. Yep, that's that. We lost some of the infantry. How did we lose that much infantry? Oh, maybe it was lightning. What happened to these guys? Yeah, mind burn. Yeah, because we have terrible magic resistance. Yeah, so it was these mages. They're just spamming mind burn. And killing all my infantry. So yeah, that's how we lost. That's how we lost dudes. All right, and we finished. Let's see. Palisades is finished over here. We're building a lab. We're building a lab here. We're just kind of waiting for the Palisades to finish over here. It should be done in 2 turns. We have met, so Abyssia has kind of looped around here, and he's expanded all the way to here. Meanwhile, I'm going to move over here, and I've told him as much. I told him I'm moving into this province next turn, just because I didn't want to bump into him. He's got Jade Maidens, and we can actually tell here that it says mainly Jade Sorceresses, so this is also an Amazon province. And the Jade Maidens and Sorceresses, I believe that's the water nature 1. So he's got the water nature Amazons, and he's recruited a few, and he's expanded over here. And so yeah, I told him like, hey, I'm moving here, so let's just not bump. And that's it. This should be done next turn. Correct. Am I moving anything here? No, just the mage. And then, yeah, these troops are coming over here to finally take out the horse tribe. And that's it. Tech-wise, we are almost at construction 4, and then we're going to go get evocation 4 finally for Bladewind. In terms of recruitment, we have kept on building guardians because eventually we need to have guardians to fight against East. A lot of what Relay could potentially throw at us, they can use some sacreds. And even Abyssia can use sacreds. Abyssia is making a lot of these... what we can see are some of these... like the breeding stuff that they have. So they've got all these kind of... They get a kind of random demon or half... Some of them, they're not all demons, but they get these kind of weird half-bred or human-bred or whatever they're called. Anyways, he gets a... That's what he's getting. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's let up the next turn. So we should load file name 17, I believe. Okay. Turn 18. Oopsie daisies. Abyssia has decided to attack us. So, yeah. Things start to get interesting. So let's look at all the battles. So first of all, what was Klon? Yes, this was us just attacking... this was a huge pile of horse tribe. We have our 3 commanders on attack rear. They have 27 protection and 21 defense, so they're going to be fine. However, these guys, they just don't want to rout. So they just really don't want to run away. So they're doing great morale checks. Eventually they do start running away, but I think I have taken more casualties here than I kind of expected. So they got good morale checks. Yeah, we lost 9 of our pikeneers. That's a lot. But to be fair, there was 81 of them. So that's still pretty good. Then where's this Emmerich? Oh, this is the other horse tribe. This is just a regular old. But actually it's a very similar idea. These guys are also equipped with the cheap invulnerability kit. It's not invulnerable, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. So we wrote that squad, and then chop chop. And then Abyssia has attacked us. So here he has cut us off. He randomly cut us off, like somewhere in the middle. So he's got a few of these. These are the sacreds that you can recruit. Well, let's see what bless he has also, by the way. Okay, divine blessing. So he has a blood surge bless. So not a big bless. And he has still Abyssian infantry. So now he's got the axe and shield infantry, as well as and he's got a pile of sacreds here. So yeah, these are blood surge. They're dual wielding morning stars. Pretty nasty against guys who have shields. They have high encumbrance, and they berserk, but like offensively, Abyssia is devastating. And their high protection makes them pretty immune to regular archers, although crossbows would be pretty efficient here. It's tough to... There isn't a lot of chaff that's going to stand up to this. And for some reason, he's got a skull face. He must have gotten a random event or something, because he certainly didn't craft it. But that allows this guy to spam Horde of Skeletons, which is pretty funny. And then he also attacks me here, which, if you will recall, I was one turn away from building the palisades here. This was the province that he had taken first. Then he'd offered an NAP and said, hey, let's split the continent. And I said, well, that's okay, but I don't want you to have this province. It's 2 away from my capital. Then a few turns later, he loses it to Indies, and I take it from him, and complete silence from him, and then he waits until the turn before my He waits until the turn before the Palisades is done, and then he attacks me. So I'm not. He didn't. In a technical sense, he didn't break like NAP. So that's not at all. I'm not accusing him of doing that because we never kind of solidified it. But like this is, it's the limit of like this is as backstabby as you can get with while being within the rules of like what people consider to be proper diplomacy in Dominions 5, which is almost all the games are like trade is binding and diplomacy is Machiavellian, which is according to the rules that we all agreed to. You can say you make a non-aggression pact, a NAP 3, right, which is a non-aggression pact that you can break with 3 turns in advance. But technically, there's nothing stopping you from just breaking that deal and attacking somebody. Now, very few people do it because if you do break your NAP, then you get a very bad reputation and people, we play games, you end up playing with the same people. And so almost nobody does that. Whereas for trades, like if I say, I'll trade you 10 earth gems for 10 water gems, and then you send me the water gems and I don't send you the 10 earth gems, then that can get you banned from the game. Like that's a formal rule that's actually enforced. Most games, there's no formal diplomacy rules that are enforced. So we never formally signed a NAP, and I am in no way accusing Abyssia of, like backstabbing in that sense. But this is like the most, this is pretty bad, right? So all the communication that he sent me so far was positive. Then, and like literally was like, hey, offering to have a NAP and offering to even split the continent. I answered back, I don't want you to have this province. Then he loses a province to Indies and I take it. Now, fair enough. He could say, hey, like you took my province, but I took it from, I didn't cause him any damage. I took it from the Indies. And he could have said, and we didn't even bump that turn, by the way, right? So it's not as if he was trying to take it back. Now, look, obviously he wants that province. But I had kind of said that I wanted it earlier. He never answered. And then he doesn't say anything after I take it back. And I've had it for like 5-6 turns or so. And I've been building a Palisades there. He doesn't say anything. He never complains that I have it. And then he attacks me the turn before the Palisade is complete. So pretty... well played. Well played. But that is... That is not cool. So anyways, now we gotta fight Abyssia. So he's got, let's look at some of these random units. So he's got some of these guys. These guys have a lot of attacks. They also have a ton, does he have a Chesu? No, these guys have a ton of encumbrance, but a ton of attacks. So, fatigue is definitely the way to go against these guys. Also, he's got these flyers, which have poison, like a very strong poison. And these are interesting because you can't banish these. They're not actual demons. So pretty cool. And then he's got a bunch of mages, so he's serious about this invasion. These are Fire 3 dudes. He's got fire gems. It's weird that he summoned the fire elementals. I feel like it shouldn't have triggered, but maybe because I happen to have a priest-smith here that it triggered the gem usage. I don't know. Anyway, so he's summoning a bunch of fire elementals. Obviously, he's gonna kill me. I didn't have a lot of PD. I kill a lot of his hellspawn because they hit hard, but they're kind of weak. But of course, we lose all our guys. So now we gotta fight Abyssia. Yeah, that's pretty awful. Let's look at the magic sites that we found. This is the Barbarian Province. We sent our guy here to site search. He found a hidden gold mine and a great iron mine, which is fantastic, right? But now he's got to run home because he's going to get killed by Abyssia. Meanwhile, our Palisades should be done here next turn, and I need to get my dudes back over here. Fortunately, the Palisades is already done here, so we are going to get our troops, we're going to move our troops through this province to have a strong force here that can attack down here. And then we're just going to build a new force at the capital and try to intercept this whenever it hits us. We are... this turn I've continued to recruit Guardians because I saw he had a pile of Sacreds. And against Abyssia, he's been using a lot of guys with flails, so shield dudes is not the way to go. I kind of need something it's just gonna be bloody, right? It's gonna be a slogfest in terms of the chaff versus chaff. So you just need something that's gonna be tough and hit them back even harder, and might as well get these guys because they cost pretty much the same as the other guys, plus they're extra good against Sacreds, so why not? It's the mages that are gonna win it for us, right? It's our evocation magic that's gonna win it. Speaking of which, we are working hard on getting Bladewind. After that, I am gonna get enchantment because I need to get some kind of fire resistance going. Enchantment 5 will get us Flame Ward, which we can cast pretty easily if we get any fire gems. I mean, we can random into F2 guys, so we can get some Flame Wards going. That would be nice. Yeah, so now we're fighting Abyssia. This is a good dramatic time, a good dramatic moment to end the episode. I'm going to end the episode here. We have to deal with Abyssia now. So see you guys in the next episode. Take care.